Hello everyone, it's Chase Chappell, your favorite digital marketer here, and we're going over a free TikTok ads course with everything you need to know from A to Z on how to set up your campaigns, how to actually create the content, and launch the campaign so that way you can get incredible results. And all of this information that we're covering, is going to be based off of the experience we've had with running TikTok ads at our agency, Chappell Digital Marketing, where we spend literally hundreds of thousands of dollars per month on ads for our clients, getting them amazing results. And by the way, for this video, I'm putting out a challenge. If we get 100 comments on this video, I will be picking one winner for our TikTok ads course that we'll be releasing this year. So comment down below your biggest goals for 2022, and let's get started in this video. All right, so make sure to grab a pen and paper, close out all your tabs, so that way you can have full focus on going over this training. So today we're going to be covering the free TikTok ads course with myself, Chase Chappell, and I'm the founder of Surge.io and Chappell Digital Marketing, so let's go ahead and get into it. What is your experience with TikTok ads? Well, we spend anywhere from $160K to $300,000 per month on TikTok ads for our clients. We're placing ads and getting well over 100 million impressions every 60 to 90 days for our clients. And we've placed in the top 10 TikTok ad campaigns in the US 7 different times for our clients. That's not one time, that's not 2 times, that's not 3 times. That is 7 different times for our clients that we've placed in the top 10 top ads on TikTok. And we've ran ads for all types of brands. We've ran ads for local ads with, clients, and we've also done campaigns for app installs, and we've even done, plenty of campaigns for e-commerce brands and being able to get conversions and scale up results there. There's lots of different brands that this can work for. And just with one campaign, we spent $339,000 to get 49,000 conversions. That's a little over a $6 cost per result. And because of this, we received a $15 custom TikTok microphone, and now we can do karaoke in style. But all jokes aside, TikTok is incredible, and that microphone is actually pretty sweet, so we do appreciate all the gifts, and we do get a ton of value from running ads on TikTok itself, so the value trade-off is definitely there. But how do you know what will engage and convert on TikTok? Well, I have over 120,000 followers on TikTok where I share marketing tips. I've done over 30 brand deals with sponsors. I know what it's like to be on both sides, both from an agency standpoint with managing ads, and also creator standpoint from having created content and also working with sponsors and knowing what brands like from their creators and how to do it in a way that actually generates conversions. And I also know how to get videos to do over 1 million plus views and how to sell out an entire store with TikTok. A lot of individuals think it's left up to fate whether or not they'll go viral or not, but there are things you can do to increase your chances of getting 1 million plus views and having a good chance of actually selling out your store. And I also learned from a lot of my friends on account growth who are some of the top TikTok creators in the world. Here we have Alex Stemp, who has over 19.5 million followers and almost 500 million likes on his videos. Just this video here, 92.5 million views, another one 50 million views, another one 58.5 million views. He's definitely figured out the way to, follow a guideline that is for storytelling to generate a ton of views. And I also coach TikTok influencers and brands on how they can increase sales from their TikTok accounts. So, are TikTok ads for you? Well, TikTok got more traffic than Google in all of 2021, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, because I'm sure a lot of you use Google every day. You do a lot of Google searches, but even though there's so many people using Google, TikTok still beat them out for most traffic. And TikTok has over 1 billion monthly active users on their app, and their algorithm is very efficient for the organic views, and they have very long watch times. In fact, average users spend around 26 hours a month on TikTok. That's an insane amount of time to be spending on TikTok every single month. So they beat out YouTube by 16 hours a month that YouTube gets on average, and TikTok beat them out with the average user having 26 hours. That's a full 10 extra hours. So definitely there's tons of opportunities to get plenty of impressions, because that means there's so much people on there and spending so much time that you have the opportunity to reach them and be able to, convert. So you can get insane traffic and conversions for your brand from TikTok if you know the strategies that make TikTok work. And if you have creatives that tell a good story, you can convert. And if you understand how to edit content on TikTok to favor the algorithm, you can be successful. And if you know how to capture this attention, you can build a consistent sales channel from TikTok. And so a little bit about TikTok Business Center and how the structure works and how you can run ads. The Business Center on TikTok is the agency level or business level. And that's where you assign your teams. That's where you manage partner access. If you're a brand and you're sharing access to an agency, this is where you would do it. And this is also where you'd manage multiple ad accounts or just one ad account if you're just running ads from one, single account. And then on the ad account level, this is where you would end up managing your campaigns, your audiences, the actual ads, setting up rules if you want to automate some of this, the web app events, which essentially is your TikTok pixel, the catalog for where you can actually integrate this with your site and TikTok account to where when people see your videos, they can actually click on the product in the video and see the catalog for it. And not only that, but this is also where you can manage all the comments from one single dashboard and access your billing. And then on the campaign level, this is where the structure is, and you'll manage your campaign settings here, your budget, the actual structure, and the advertising objective that you choose, whether that's to get more clicks, traffic, whether it's to get people to engage with your community on your profile, or to get purchases from TikTok itself. And then you have the audience level where you manage the audience and you can adjust the placements for what platforms you deliver to, the demographics of the individuals you would like to reach based off age and so forth, and then also the targeting around that and the overall attribution for how you attribute results to your actual ads. And then we get down to the ad level, which is where the magic really starts to happen, and that's where you manage the creative. You write the copy, you have a format, and there's dynamic call to actions, or there's simple call to actions you can use like shop now, learn more, and URL parameters. And so on the business manager level, this is what we're first going to set up. And so what you'll do is you'll visit business.tiktok.com and you'll see a page that looks like this. And what you'll do is you'll hit the sign up button. Once you click sign up, you're going to see a page that asks you for some additional information to sign up. If you consent to handing over this information, you'll be able to create your Business Center account where you'll enter in your email address, the password, and then you'll get a verification code for you to enter in to sign up. You can also use the sign up button with TikTok if you already have a TikTok account. And then by clicking here and accepting these boxes, you'll then move forward in being able to access your Business Center. Once you've accessed your Business Center, you'll give it a name and it'll look something similar to this where it shows your actual Business Center name. It'll tell you how many ad accounts you have, how many people are already assigned in your Business Manager. And what you'll do is once you name it, enter in all that information, you'll then click to get started. And this is where you can start to assign individuals on your account so that way they have access if you have people on your team that you want to have access, or if you want to share partner access with other agencies, then this is where you would do it. And once you are in here, what you'll do is you'll hit add an ad account and you'll create your ad account. And once you've created your ad account, you'll see a dashboard that looks something similar to this, where we're over the campaign tab. And this is where we can start to create our first TikTok ad campaign. And so what we'll be doing is we'll hit create. And you can either choose simplified mode or custom mode. We're going to go with custom so that way we have full control over our success. And here's where you can choose your advertising objective based off of what results you're looking to achieve. In our case, if we're looking to get purchases, we're going to optimize for conversions. If you're, an app, you would likely optimize for app installs. Or if you're, a local business or, a B2B or digital products online service, you could optimize for lead generation. Or if you're simply looking to grow your profile because you're able to convert people organically through there, you might add some paid spin behind it and use community interaction. So the first thing we'll do is we'll choose conversion, since in our case we'll be optimizing for purchases. And we'll just name this campaign a open audience to begin with. And we'll leave these boxes unchecked for now. We'll hit continue. And this is where you will decide what the actual, conversion event you will optimize for. And so if you're sending them to a Shopify site or your website, you'll need to set up the actual TikTok pixel. And this is just the structure of the Business Manager. You have your ad accounts, members, partners, and settings, which we've gone over. And, TikTok's philosophy is don't make ads, make TikTok videos. So, you really have to come from a creative understanding to really make sense of being able to generate ads that convert and are both engaging. It really is, a two-part system here that really allows individuals to excel with getting results on TikTok, which we'll be covering. But we've gone over a little bit about the ad account. And now what we're doing is we're setting up the actual web and event tracking. So that way you can get your actual pixel installed. So what you'll do is you'll hover over Assets. You'll then click Event. And in the Events Manager, you'll have two options. And if you're placing the pixel on your website, you'll hit Manage. And this is where you'll create your events, and you can hit Create Pixel. And you can either choose to manually install it or install it by a third-party tool. So you'll name your pixel what your website name is. And in this case, if you are on a platform that, is already partnered with TikTok, you would hit Install by Third-Party Tool. You'll hit Next, and you'll choose, the options here. If you have Shopify, if you're on BigCommerce, if you're on Square, or you have Google Tag Manager, you can set it up through here. If you don't, that's totally fine. Just choose Manually Install Pixel Code, and then you'll just follow the standard mode and, paste this in your head tags on your website. And then you'll also download the TikTok Pixel Helper, and that way you can actually use it in your Chrome dashboard to see if the actual pixel was installed. But we've already installed ours, so after you've completed the steps, you'll see that your TikTok Pixel is installed, and it'll give you some events. And once you start seeing those events, you'll know if, it's working or not. Then we'll come back to our actual campaigns, and we'll choose our pixel. We'll choose the event that we're optimizing for. We'll scroll down. And in this case, if we're looking to optimize for individuals in the US, then we're just going to uncheck these two placements here because we want to really deliver primarily to the US, and we also really understand the TikTok platform and how to get conversions there. It's really a blue ocean right now for individuals to run ads here because it's not very competitive yet. So there's a huge opportunity to really get successful results. So we will go ahead and limit the placement down to TikTok. The next thing we're going to do is you can decide whether or not you want to allow users to comment on your video, and you can choose whether or not to allow individuals to download it. TikTok has a very, large community that enjoys engaging with the actual TikTok videos. So it's important that, you choose to leave this on because it can only help improve your ad performance. If you start to see negative comments, you can always add negative keyword filters later on to block these out. So we're going to leave these checked. Next thing we're going to do is scroll down to the audience section. This is where you can do your audience targeting capabilities. We're going to do 18 plus because that is the requirement for somebody to work with us. And then the location, we'll go ahead and select a location. In our case, we're going after United States. And then for the audience, we'll leave this blank since we're going to leave it as an open audience, and we'll leave the actual languages alone as well. And then TikTok recommends 15 different categories, but right now all we're doing is leaving it as open. And then on TikTok, a required budget is going to be set to a minimum of $20 per day. So if you have a $20 per day budget that you're, able to spend and use for testing, then, you're good to go. If not, then I wouldn't recommend, running any campaigns as of yet because it does require you to spend at least $20 per day. So we'll end up typing in our daily budget. We'll scroll down furthermore, and we're going to be optimizing for purchases. So we'll choose purchase conversion, and we'll choose the lowest cost because we want to maximize the number of results for the lowest cost per result. Next thing we'll do is hit next. And this is the part where we actually create our TikTok. And so this is really important because you can't just use any normal ad that you might think you could. And what I mean by that is if you've had experience with running Facebook ads or had experience with running Google, YouTube ads, it's really nothing like running TikTok ads. And the reason I say that is because the type of content that converts on TikTok is much different. And it has to actually blend in with the TikTok feed. It has to be compelling. It has to have a storyline. It has to be very engaging, and it has to be conversion driven. And so there's a few metrics that we put together in this actual training that we're going to be covering. So let's go ahead and go over those. So we've already covered the campaign on how to manage that and set up the settings here and the structure. We've covered how to select the audiences and input the information that you want for targeting. And now we're on the ad level where you're going to manage the creative, the copy, format, call to action, and the URL parameters. This is the real key part here. And so what you'll see is we have a tool here that is a creative insights tool for TikTok, and everything we do is data driven. We don't want to put our own opinions into it. We don't want to look at this and say it looks cool, looks fun, or is pretty. We want to go entirely based off of data and remove our own feelings from this situation and purely look at the facts and proof of what is actually working out there in the market. Because as business owners and as brands, it's important that we get successful results and we achieve the advertising objectives that we set out, not only for our teams and departments, but also for ourselves as achieving something that is going to, generate the actual goal that we're going for. So here's just a few call outs. One thing is your video quality resolution. You're going to want to make sure you upload the highest quality resolution you can, because the result of this, a 312% lift in conversions. Literally, you uploading the highest quality video you can is going to automatically give you a 312% lift in conversions right away. Not only that, but the aspect ratio, full screen. If you're uploading square content, your videos are not going to convert anywhere near they could, because you want to make sure it's vertical, and that's going to give you a good lift of 91%, which is super imperative because it feels right on the actual vertical placement. And not only that, but if you get this video to convert, you can transfer it to Instagram Reels. That's what we do with our clients if it's successful, and that's what I recommend you to do as well if you're having a lot of success with vertical on TikTok. Not only that, but you want to optimize for sound on, so adding any kind of actual wording to this and having someone speaking or some music going, that's going to help improve the results overall and give you a 16% lift in impressions. So the TikTok algorithm favors sound on. So you want to have somebody either speaking or some music going, so that way they'll deliver it to more individuals. You're automatically going to get a lower cost per CPM just by doing this. So often, and I'm sure a lot of you might have experienced this, individuals will place ads on TikTok and then say, why are our ads not spending? And they think that, something's wrong with the system or they can't figure it out and they want to contact support. In reality, it's that there's not enough conversion-driven metrics that they've actually implemented in their creatives to allow the system to want to deliver that ad. TikTok knows what works, and if you aren't following some of these protocols in ways to favor the algorithm in order to get in front of individuals, they will hinder your performance and also pull back on who you're allowed to reach because they don't want to hurt their community. So next one is the video duration, 21 seconds to 34 seconds. And this is really important because you can get up to a 2% lift in impressions, but a 280% lift in conversions, which is really amazing because if you're optimizing for purchases, that's a big lift. And so we've seen with TikTok videos anywhere between this, number as well convert really well. And it's because that's enough time, in this case, for you to be able to deliver enough information for an individual to make a decision in actually purchasing. You could have a very engaging video that gets full watch times and has incredible engagements at 14 seconds long, but it might be so quick that an individual clicks through and still hasn't got a full understanding of your product or service, which is why it's really important to have a longer TikTok video. And so next we look at the vertical orientation of the video. Once again, videos with vertical orientation indicate a 40% lift in impressions overall. And then a CTA added, if you have a call to action at the bottom, which is like a shop now or a learn more, and even at the end where you have a text overlay that says, get this X% off, or, shop now here at, that will increase your conversions by 152%. If you just follow these things here, you're going to do okay with TikTok. So let's go ahead and go to the next tool, which is the top TikTok ads. And we've had a lot of experience with placing in the top 10 spot in the US many times. So we've ran so many campaigns that we've really dialed in and understood what it takes to get to this place where we're competing against thousands of advertisers. And so really to, be able to rank in these positions and know that you're generating really solid conversions at scale where you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most brands won't do this unless they know they're getting solid conversions, and that's exactly what we've been doing. So this is a valuable tool to learn from, the best in the industry to truly understand what makes something convert. So let's go ahead and check it out. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, please do give it a like and subscribe because it really does help the algorithm. We try to put as much information and help into these actual tutorials. And it's so often that we see other, individuals posting videos online where their information is very scarce and they're not showing the actual results behind it and being data driven about the entire process. And so when we go to the top ads and we're looking at these actual videos of advertisers that are running campaigns, we can really get a good understanding of what's making something convert. And so how this works is you're going to choose the industry that you're in, so that way you can have more relevance around what it is that you would be promoting. Let's say that you're selling, something in the apparel space or accessories like a ring, a shirt, or clothing, or bracelets, watches. We can click apparel and accessories. We can then choose the campaign objective. So let's say that you want to optimize for purchases, so we would choose purchase conversions, right? So conversions in this case. And there's a few other things that we can select, and we know that results convert best around the 20 to 30% mark. So we'll choose those 20 to 30 seconds, and this will give us the top ads in this category for 7 days with this campaign objective and within this time frame. So now we see. So let's go ahead and watch some of these and look at the actual analytics behind them. And when we get here, there's a few things we want to first pay attention to. Do they have comments on? Do they have likes? And if so, how many shares does the video have? Because shares is a big indicator that, individuals are showing this to their friends, family, and other individuals that might be interested in purchasing. So you want to have a good share volume. You also want to see if they have comments on, because if they do, it'd be nice to know what these individuals are commenting and, what it is that they're saying, if they're saying that they purchased. And if they have likes, how many likes, because that could give us an indicator of how much they're spending around this campaign. And then we can adjust the time frame as well to get a little bit more data in here. And what you'll notice is throughout this entire video, the click-through rates are flat until the very last few seconds. And that's very common with videos. You'll see a big pop of conversions and click-through rates at the very end of the video. So let's watch some of this video.
I love the off-the-shoulder brim. Number one is you don't have to wear a strapless bra anymore. No more worrying about that falling down because we have built-in pads with a compressive band under the chest to provide support. Two is the neckline stays in place perfectly because we have a thin elastic built into the binding, which means you can do the YMCA, you can move your arms around, and that won't roll up or fall down. Number three, it's a full-length long sleeve that you can tuck in, and it's so easy to put on, and it comes in the best colors that are perfect for fall.
There's so much that just happened here, and let's break it down. So in the beginning, 3 reasons, this is the headline, the call out, 3 reasons why I love the off the shoulder Brahmi or Brammy. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But this right here is important because not only that, but the text positioning is out of the way of where the like and comment button would be, and it's also out of the way of where the actual description would be. It's so important that you make sure the text isn't covered up by the description and the actual engagement spots. The next thing is they actually, provide the solution and call out of, a pain point that probably a lot of individuals experience, which is she's saying that you don't need to wear a bra, which might indicate that, a lot of individuals would not prefer to wear a bra, right? So then she goes into covering the built-in padding for how this product works, which is actually going over the actual benefits of everything, adding some more supporting benefits. And not only that, but she's showing the different colors at the same time. Notice how each of these clips are no longer than 1 to 2 seconds each, and the text is going with that. She's including emojis. There's a bunch of callouts here to keep somebody super tuned in and engaged. She's showing it off, and then she talks about it stays in place, which is another, solution to a potential problem. And something to keep more engagement, which is a little bit of a dance in classic TikTok style. Not every ad needs that, but it can always help. And then it's also showing the benefit, right? So won't fall or roll up, so that's good. Full length, additional supporting, benefits, and super cool colors, which is great because there's lots of options, right? Easy to wear, easy to put on. So that way it was super simple and broke down. So that way an individual who's watching this that, is interested in this type of product would have all of the information that they'd potentially need to start making a purchase. And at the very end of the video, all of the text goes away and it starts to show off the different styling of this. And so people can make the decision to start clicking through, and you'll see right immediately, as soon as it gets to this, they know that that portion of the video is over, and now they can click through to actually, go look at the site and convert. It was a really good example. So, if you wanted to add this to your potential archive of looking at ads and look at all of this information around 27 seconds, you would model something similar to this, except you would do it with, a different item that you might be selling, right? So that way you can really understand the conversion model behind it. Let's look at another one. Hair-resistant leggings, right? It's calling out a problem, answering the solution, and talking about how they purchase, so already getting it in the mindset of an individual, thinking about where can they get this, how can they buy it. This one has a lot more shares. That's really important. Look at these shares, 14.9 thousand shares. This is something that is super engaging because they're sharing it with all their friends. Imagine if only 10% of the people who actually saw this purchased. That's automatically 1,400 purchases from 10% of shares. And we already know that the conversion rates on shares are going to be much higher. 175,000 likes, so they're likely pushing a large budget behind this. And this has a good amount of comments, which is really nice because it's super engaging. People are probably asking more questions about it. So the text, you'll notice some consistencies here. They're not using like white background text. They're using that text that has the actual stroke to it, where there's a border around the overall text, which is another thing that can help conversions. Demonstrating the product use cases, showing how easy it is. For everyone who has pets and, individuals who are wearing leggings, this could be a huge problem and has a big solution. And we know that because so many people are engaging with it, so they're automatically resonating with this and self-identifying that they might have had this experience as well. And it could be annoying enough for them to actually want to make a purchase where they can get something to solve that. Boom. So then the big spike in click-through rates happens again, and you'll notice around the same time frame. And that is this video. So we can also look at what captions they're using. They're using 10 different call to actions in their actual description. Look at this. No more pet off cause patted off. Okay, so everyone loves these Halara magical leggings. We did it for you and your beloved cuties. No more pet off cause Halara patted off. Okay, so they have these different call to actions. They also have 70% off, which is a big offer they're doing. End of year big sale. So they must have did a bunch of promotions around this. And the cool thing about this is you can actually stack these engagements with these different call to actions, which is really interesting. So those are some things that you can, look at the actual copy that's working, and you can replace these words to really understand. TikTok doesn't allow for a very long description, so you have to be, very witty and understand exactly what you're saying to get an individual to want to convert. Let's look at one or two more videos so that way we can just have a full understanding. Let's try to find something in a different industry so that way we have a little bit more diversity here. We'll do e-commerce. See what happens. Lots of videos we could look at potentially here. Let's look at this one. All right, not as many shares, not as many comments. Still a top ad in this space though. Large e-commerce platform. Okay, let's see. Okay, I love that we found this video because this is a great example for beginner advertisers. And this is a low barrier to entry for beginners to be able to get on TikTok ads. If you're a small brand doing 10, 20, 30K per month, this is a perfect opportunity for you to be able to model an ad similar to this. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up. The conversions might not be as good as the video that we saw previously because they used an individual who likely already really understands TikTok. They followed all the correct conversion metrics with having their text placements. But those videos can, those videos might be easy to execute if you have the right person in place and know how to, call out all the right things. But if you're a beginner, this is a good example of, how you can enter into the space and still have some success, but do it in a way that would be much easier for you to execute as, a small brand that might not have all of the resources to get things started. But we're even doing this with some of our clients who are spending, a few $1,000s a month on TikTok. So let's look at this one more time. We go to the beginning. It's easy because you can call out the text, which is I got, blank dollars worth of cleaning supplies or whatever your product is. And then it shows the actual site where you can go. And we've used ads like these before where we actually show the site. So that way you're prefacing it with, okay, here's what the site looks like. Here's what the process looks like, how to buy the product. So people know, oh, that's simple. I can do that. Click follows it because you're showing the exact same thing they're clicking through to, which helps ensure that somebody actually knows where they're going. And that way they'll actually make the purchase or convert with this information. And this is an ad where they're claiming an offer. So they're just taking an email because this company probably knows that they have very solid email conversion rates. So it makes sense for them to capture emails because they can later convert these individuals and keep them on their list later on. So that's their strategy, right? They show the site some more. They then highlight the products, right? It's very easy for them to do this in their own kitchen, just showing these different items. Still covering these, call outs, eco-friendly. You're seeing the actual, breakdown here of the story. You're starting to better understand now. You should be able to see this where they're going over the benefits, big headline at the beginning, and call to action at the end. Yep. And they could have improved here where the logo, instead of a logo, it was maybe something, with a little bit more direct, like, click now in order to get access to this, or shop now in order to find this, or, claim this offer below. That way the individual would actually click through because you would see a much bigger spike if they did that. So they could improve on this, but this is actually a good start for, an individual that's starting out with their brand. There's still a lot to learn from this video, but yeah, that was a good example. And let's see their captions. They're a little bit longer. They could be shorter and more, concise, but they still call out all the right things. The easiest sustainable swaps to make, get a free starter set from Grove with first purchase. So it's very direct, reduce plastic. So this is something that, is providing a solution or a good cause. Get started with Grove today, free set with first purchase. Get yours today, call to action, right? And so forth. So they could have had that same call to action here towards the end. All right, let's look at one more because that was a good example and I'm glad we found that. Let's see this. All right, once again, you'll notice that these types of videos that include a little bit more branding or a little bit more direct don't have nearly as many shares or engagements or likes as some of these beginning videos that I showed you, which are, executed with a way that actually is fully, integrated with what really works on TikTok. And those videos get a lot of shares, and those are the ones, if you can execute those, you're going to have a really big success. But these types of videos work really great for individuals just getting started. They're showing the product. This is very similar to what you would see on Facebook ads with vertical, videos, but it's fast enough to fit the actual TikTok style. This part of the video could have more text. And at the end, it has a great call to action, which is probably what's making this video convert flawlessly, because even though there's a lot of improvements that could have been made in the middle part here, the end part was executed very nicely because it says subscribe now for $25 with free shipping, and it shows the product, which is going to help drive a big lift in conversions. And as you can see, there's a big jump there. And you'll notice because the click-through rate started to really climb through here, it's because people weren't staying engaged as long, so they didn't get a big pop at the end. So at this portion of the video where there's people clicking through at every second, it's because they're not staying engaged with the video. So therefore, they're moving forward without having all the information they might need to purchase, which is a big thing. You want to make sure you deliver all the info and then get everybody to go to the site to make the buy. If you have individuals clicking at every portion of the video, you're going to get different outcomes at every second based off of which portion somebody clicked through on. So with all this information, what you would end up doing is you have a few different options whenever you're creating your actual TikTok ads. And one of those things is you can either upload this video that you've edited in your actual TikTok profile, Or you can actually contact an influencer or creator to actually make this content for you, and then you get what is called an authorization ID, where you take that auth code and you apply it into TikTok and you get access, and you'll have a list of creators that you can choose from based off of who shared what code with you, and you can pull that video in. And so once you do that and you actually upload your video, what the next step would be is you type in your text. In this case, you want to keep it short and simple because you're only going to be able to have so much text here. So literally shop now, and you can already see we've already taken up a full line. Any additional text here you'll see goes to the next line, and you run out of space just shortly after that. So realistically, it needs to be no longer than this amount of text. Otherwise, there's just individuals aren't going to have the right information, and so you have to be very short and concise here. The next thing is, being able to have a dynamic call to action you can test. It'll test shop now, learn more, get offer. It'll show you a lot of different text options, so you can select the ones that make the most sense for you. If you're doing something around purchases, you might remove apply, view now, contact us, book appointment. You might remove all of these. And you would choose order now, visit us now, learn more, and shop now, right? And then you would confirm and let that run. Next thing, you would place your URL, and you can add your UTM tracking, so that way you have that in your data. You can choose whether or not you want to allow TikTok to share this performance metrics of your campaigns. And then once you're done, you would simply hit submit. And I'd recommend, having a few different style TikTok creatives so that way you can test them. But all in all, I hope you enjoyed this free TikTok ads course video. And if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. And if you do want us to actually help you, with your TikTok ads, and you want an agency who's had experience with actually managing TikTok ads, feel free to reach out to Chappell Digital Marketing just by visiting our website and scheduling a call with our team, because we'd be happy to actually help you, structure your campaigns and manage them for you. We work with a lot of big brands, and there's a huge opportunity here to be able to scale and get additional sales from this actual platform. So if you're interested in working with us, feel free to actually reach out. And I hope all of you have an amazing day. Cheers, and bye, y'all.